Are you sick and tired of all these super big AAA games being hyped up to no end and then just having them completely crush your dreams, being mediocre, unfinished messes with poor foundations? Well, do I have a game to show you that you've probably already heard about? The game that actually lives up to the hype. Let's see how good it is. Let's talk about Elden Ring.
Shards from the shattering, their light is beckoning. Nobles of honor, twisted to horror, and yet to the gold they cling. Dragons on mortal wings kneel for the golden king. Tarnished and wretched, death to the purebred, bring down the reckoning. Landscapes in rolling green, shadows of what has been. Fires are burning, the kin returning, dark, wicked, and obscene. Cursed ones must reconvene, foul children of the queen. Snuff out our offspring, brandish our ring, as the Lord of the lands between us fester fear and hatred, crack what once was sacred. Peace and innocence was taken, darkness we
I've always been a fan of FromSoft. I love the Souls games. I played Sekiro, Dark Souls 3. I dabbled in the first 2 Dark Souls games as well. And I gotta say, I'm a fan of the franchise. First, let's talk about the most important thing.
Presentation!
This game is beautiful. The landscapes, the enemy designs, every single facet of this game just reeks of creativity. Unlike other games like Halo Infinite, where the open world kind of sucked ass, this game delivers on that package 110%. There's nice plain biomes, there's mountainous areas, there's swamps, there's like literal like poopy swamps that's like filled with blood and gross monsters and everything. There's flying castles, there's a castle, there's another flying castle, underground biomes that lead to more underground biomes that lead to more underground caves and shit. And then there's like boss arenas that take place in just otherworldly dimensions. It's insane. It actually feels like it took several years to make. Cyberpunk is like iffy because the game's dog, but at least it's kind of big in quotations. This game is like what we thought Cyberpunk was gonna be. This game is what Cyberpunk was hyped up to be. This is incredible. Character creation is whatever. It's about the same as any other FromSoft game in terms of character creation. You can make them look pretty interesting looking. You really don't need to dwell on the character creation too much because it's gonna be under armor, and that's where the character creation really shines. Oh, customization, I should say. The armor sets that you get in this game, you really look like a badass, or you can make yourself look goofy as hell. It doesn't matter. Or in between, like with every mage outfit. gameplay, which is what FromSoft is known for. Oh boy, let me talk about gameplay. Oh baby, do you ever for anyone who hasn't had sex yet, sex is pretty fun. You know what's better than sex? Fucking playing Elden Ring. You know, it's like literally the best feeling ever, killing a boss that gave you a tough time in this game. You know, it feels really good, moving around and hitting things. The gameplay is, poggers. The bosses in this game, first off, I think there's like 80. I don't even know. I don't even remember. There's a snake with a face on the back of its like neck that wants to eat gods and has a bunch of hands coming out of it and a bunch of hands coming out of the sword that it used, which by the way, it pulls the sword out of its mouth. That's honestly probably my favorite boss just because of how creepy it is, and the voice acting. Oh my god, the voice acting is incredible. The characters if they need to make you feel creeped out, they make you feel creeped out. If they need to just be talking and be good at voice acting and like acting in general, like Malenia or whatever her name is, that's also good. There's this one boss, but you fight the one of each of the pair multiple times, or actually I think you only fight them once, I'm not sure. The Godskin duo, they remind me for some reason, this immediately when I saw them, the first thing that came to my head was Pins and Needles from Tak and the Power of Juju. Let me know how you think about that little connection I made in the comments section, because I might be going insane. I don't know why I thought about that. They just look like them for some reason. I don't know. The first Tak game's pretty okay too. I'll make a video on that later. I don't know. The dragon designs are as good as ever. I have no complaints about the dragons. This game is, if you liked Dark Souls 3, it's literally Dark Souls 3, but you can ride a horse. And there's like 80 more hours of content. Another thing they added, which I forget, I didn't play Bloodborne, so I don't know if this was a part of Bloodborne. They added this mechanic where you can change the Ashes of War on some weapons. So basically you can take one weapon and add an ability to it, or remove the ability, add another ability to it. Like, you can kind of interchange abilities, and they give you so many Ashes of War, by the way. There's so many different unique abilities in this game. Spells, arcane stuff, just incantations, all these different abilities, and then there's abilities that come with unique weapons. There's a lot to take in here, like a lot to take in here. PvP could use some work. PvP is not the focus of this game whatsoever. The focus is gameplay in a single player world, but co-op and PvP, FromSoft, if you somehow see this, it would be nice for, how do I put this? For if me and my friend could invade other people together. That would be cool. I know it'd be kind of hard to work out, but it would be really fun to do that. Being able to co-op with my friends, even though I've already defeated the area boss in that area. It's kind of really annoying that I need to like go to my less powerful person's world in a certain area just to co-op with them, because we want to 2v2 people and stuff like that. This is the perfect game too, multiplayer wise. This is the perfect FromSoft game to turn into, you're gonna hate me for this. I'm just spitballing ideas into some sort of live service game. Now, hear me out. Keep the focus single player, but having like raids of like certain bosses that you kind of need to have co-op for. Ooh, maybe just overstatting and like tweaking current bosses to do that. You know, maybe that's just because I'm a fan of Monster Hunter. Just throwing that out there. Story, you can play this whole game and not know what the hell's going on, but the story is pretty decent, at least from what I've gathered from just playing the game. So basically, someone shattered the Elden Ring, and you gotta go through the lands between, because it's all fucked up now. You gotta go through the lands between and just be like, hey yo, I'm gonna become the Elden Lord and fix everything. And that's basically the story. You kill a bunch of demigods or fight them. No, I don't think anyone actually dies until their soul is absorbed to the Erdtree. By the way, there's a giant tree and it's like really important and stuff. All right, poggers. Celibus, this guy Celibus, I think I'm pronouncing his name right. He makes people into puppets, right? It's like, okay, he's a weird kind of mad scientist sorcerer or whatever. No. This guy turns people into puppets, a lot of them women, and then fucking whoops them. I can't say that word. I can't say that word. There's Dung Eater, who I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong on this because I read this in a comment. Dung Eater is trying to like infect people, and then their children get infected, and then their children get infected, and they just live for eternity, just being depressed, sad, and like in pain and suffering, basically turning the whole world into hell. Probably because his name is Dung Eater. The whole game, unless you choose not to listen to them, you're following orders from a pair of giant fingers. It's like weird. FromSoft games can take themselves so seriously, but then you look at it and it's serious. Like it works in seriousness, but then also you look at it from like an outside perspective, just for an instant, and it's like, wow, this is really goofy. Just like the messages that people leave around. Oh my god, try finger butthole whenever there's just a pointy thing. or like lean forward, give head, or something like that to when you're giving hugs to Fia. Oh yeah, you get to hug a woman in this. It's great. The game makes sure to remind you that you can't get women at every single step, by the way. Some cons are, well, unfortunately, there is some cons. On PC, I don't know about consoles. I'm pretty sure the consoles run well. You can't, the PC, the game kind of frame rate lags sometimes. It's really annoying, especially in a game where, you know, you screw up an iframe a second too early and you die. You guys really need to fix that. I don't know if they did in the recent patch. I still experienced some of it when I was fighting the Black Blade dude, which, by the way, again, another one of my favorite boss designs ever. He's awesome. He's big ass wolf with like a big ass sword. It's pretty generic sounding, but he looks just so badass, dude. That's honestly my only gripe with the game.
Among Us.
Am I biased? Yes, I love this game. I've been waiting for this forever. I can't get enough. I want to put 1,000 hours into this and then continue. What do I give it? A score? I give it a 2022 best game of the year ever, forever, best game ever made award out of 10. I love you. Thank you, Falcon Shield, for letting me use your song. That was awesome. Thank you. No, seriously, thank you so much. That actually warmed my heart seeing that comment that you said I could use it. I have a Patreon that I set up. You can go support the channel there. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video.